Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Those in the gospel, brother, living at the standard of Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever they may be. Real quick, man, this is just a respond word. This is look into Chronicles 1 and 10. The Hebrew word for begat, which is yaladah. Which, okay, we're going to go into that because this is a response to, I believe, what's this guy's name? Was it the Seed of Israel? Some new upstart, some guy, man, that's coming forth and stating that Numbers 1 and 18 doesn't apply, and that how a man, Israelite man, is not supposed to deal outside his tribes or nationality or ethnicity, and the fact that we lay down with white women, Chinese women, whatever women of the nations you want to call, ultimately our sons and daughters won't be Israelites. But that's far from the truth, because you got to understand that Jacob dealt with four wives. He had Rachel, Leah, Bilhah, and Zilpah, which basically I believe those two handmaids were given from Laban to Leah as a secondary wife to Jacob, man. It's concubines, so, so she can bear his man's seed. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, those all wasn't Hebrew women. But yet you birthed the nation of the 12 tribes of Israel, which is solely through the sperm of the father. So the shit that he's talking about, he's completely going off, and we're going to prove what begat means in the Hebrew, which goes into, once again, the Hebrew word yaladah, okay, which means to begot. All right, so before we did that, some information I digged up that I want to briefly go into. It's basically how these guys trip on concubines. All right, these men are so caught up on on a nigga woman, to the point that the Lord have created a nation or a planet full of our enjoyment to have at our leisure, to enjoy this planet and everything that comes with it. But we have to be reduced to the mere black woman that's going to be destroyed. Okay, because it even came out, Apostle Tahar echoed it not too long ago, that he said that I believe it was the King Masha, all right, which is the elders of the apostles, basically said that, hey, most of our children, most of the 12 tribes are going to be brought back through heathen women. Okay, and the fact that Israelites and the nation of Israel was birthed through pretty much heathen women, and that proves it. So no, you don't need a black, Hispanic, and Native American woman to bring back your seed, because the seed is of the father. Now, you do have genetics that play a factor in that. Like the elder made a beautiful point. He said, well, if I had an apple seed, but if I planted it in Asia, it may look different, but it's still an apple because it's through the seed. Okay, sperma goes to life, genealogy of the father. Okay, the father, the seed, because it's all about the sperm of the man that dictates the nation. So if I had a Jake woman, and I had a Moabite woman, an Ammonite woman, and if I had an Ethiopian woman, and I put seed in all four of those women, yeah, they may look different because of the genetics and the genetics of the mother, but that doesn't take away from the fact that they're still Israelites, because the seed is coming from my loins. It's an easy concept to understand, man. All right, so I wanted to read this real quick. It says, in a lot of cases, the secondary wife is usually a concubine or handmaid, whose role within the family unit is either to bear children in order to build up the husband's lineage, or to provide sexual enjoyment for the husband. Okay, so there you go. It says the distinction between a primary and a secondary wife is based on economic considerations. Marriage to a primary wife is established on the basis of conjugal foreign property to which both spouses contribute, and which becomes the foundation of economic and legal rights and the primary wife. It says the secondary wife is a woman without economic standing in her husband's household, okay? But it says sexual enjoyment for the husband. So yes, you can get heathen women and pop them, okay? You can do that, okay? Us as Israelite men, we can do that. Esau's had his way with our woman. And to be honest with you, most of our women today are nothing more than concubines, because they've already been conquered. They're not virgins. All right. So, yeah, some brothers, they get bent out of shape. Y'all just be popping the women. You can look, man. You can pop these hoes out here, man, because they ain't right anyway. What we supposed to do, burn? So they're concubines. I'm talking about the Israelite woman. So, hey, brother, see some, he's burning, he needs some hot box or whatever, and he's find a sexy Judite woman, he can pop her, man. She's a concubine any damn way. Ain't no sin in that. For all you emotional niggas out there. And niggas talk shit like that, but yet they be dealing with the ratchetest nigga woman out there that's popping a whole block. But you want to dictate on where brothers can lay his royal oats or spread his royal oats in. You people out your damn mind, man. But anyway, I just wanted to prove that. Says sexual enjoyment for the husband, period. And your main wife, she's set up for sexual enjoyment too. Okay, you're supposed to have sex with your wife. All right. So anyway, so looking into the word yalada, which means to begat, and we're gonna go into this account of First Chronicles, because Chronicles just means like the order or a order of events. Okay, in certain type of synchronized order. That's all Chronicles meant, is an order of events. So if you notice in the first book of Chronicles, the first chapter lays out the genealogies of the man. Okay, because if you notice, they didn't really mention women in the chapter. It was all through the loins of the men, which is another cut on this guy. Because if it was of the woman, it would have mentioned both men and women. But usually in biblical genealogies, in most cases, it's the men that they're speaking of, because they know, once again, the seed, which is common sense. This is biology 101. Come on, people. Biology 101, the seed and the sperm dictates everything. I don't give a damn if that woman looks like she could be the blackest Hamite known to men, and yet you an Israelite, you put your seed in her. Guess what? The seed is going to go back to whatever you are, whatever tribe you go back to. Okay? So the Hebrew word, it says to bear, to bring forth, begat, gender, travail, to bring forth of childbirth, of distress, of wicked behavior, to begot, to be born, to cause a help to bring forth, to assist or tend as a midwife, to be born, begot a child, to bear, day of birth, birthday, to declare one's birth, pedigree, okay? To give us a general understanding of what that is, okay? So I looked it up as well. Begot definition. And guess what it says? It says typically of a man, sometimes of a man and woman, bring a child into existence by the process of reproduction. How are you reproducing? By putting your sperm inside a woman's vagina, and it's going to bring forth the child. See, Jake is too caught up on skin color and facial features. When you caught up on the physical attributes of a person's heritage, then you get lost about the spiritual meaning of it. No. Physical attributes has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Okay, you got Israelites that look like complete Moabites, man, and I know that firsthand. Okay, you got Israelites that look like freaking so-called white people. I know that by hand. Just dealing with different cultures and seeing people and conversing with them, you will understand, like, yeah, this guy's an Israelite. You can just kind of figure out by watching certain shows until you can put two and two together. But like I said, these guys, they're color struck. Oh, if you ain't got black skin, you ain't no Israelite, man. Nigga, go to hell. Okay, ask the Most High to create a hell and put you in it, man, and burn your ass up. It says, they hope that the king may begot an heir by his new queen. You see, they mentioned the king. It says to give rise, to bring about. Okay. It says you had offspring. It says the definition of begat means you had offspring. An example of begat is a woman who gave birth to two children, but regardless, you putting your sperm inside her. Okay, and we're going to prove that, even though they go off on that because they mentioned in a woman, we're going to prove in the Bible that this is actually the men. Because look, if we started Chronicles 1, and I'm going to just start and read down a little bit. It says Adam, Seth or Sheth, Enoch, Canaan, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. It says the sons of Japheth, Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal. Okay, which is the Japhites. These are the, when it says Gog and Magog, that was actually Japhetic nations, man. They weren't so-called white people. Russia assumed the identities of these particular nations because they took over the lands. But anyway, it says Tubal, and Meshach, and Taraz. And it says the sons of Gomer. You see, they saying sons. Okay. Gomer, Ashkenaz, and Riptah, and Togarmah, and the sons of Javan, Elishar, and Tarnish, and Kittim, and Dodium, and the sons of Ham. You notice the sons. You got Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. Okay, Ethiopians, the Egyptians, the Libyans, the South Africans. All right, and the sons of Cush, Sheba, and Havilah, Sabat, and Ra'amach. Because of those sons, those men had sons, and they had sons, and they had sons. This is why you have so many different nations. It says, and the sons of Cush, Sheba, and Havilah, and Sabda, and Ra'amah, and Sabatah, and the sons of Ra'amah, Sheba, and Dedan. And it says, in Cush, okay, which Cush was a man, goes back into the Hebrew word kawash. Okay, it says begot Nimrod, and he begot to be mighty upon the earth. Okay, it says begot Nimrod, Cush, all right, kawash, and Mizraim begot Ludium, and Amium, and Lebadium, and Naphtalium, and Petrusalem. These names are all fucking crazy. It says in Calcium, of whom came the Philistines, and Captorium, and Canaan begot Zidian, his firstborn, in Heth. They ain't mentioning the man. They ain't mentioning fucking female. And it proves that these men are seeded through the sperm of the father, man. This proves it right here. This cuts everything that guy is talking about, man. All right. And it says, and Canaan begot Zidon, his firstborn, in Heth, and Jebusite also, and the Amorite, and the Girgashite, and the Hivite, and the Arkite, and the Sinite, and the Arvadite, and the Zemarite, and the Hamathite, and the sons of Shem, Elam, and Ashur, and Arphaxad, and Lud, and Aram, okay, and Uz, and Hol, and Gether, and Mashabat, and Arphaxad begot Shelah, and Shelah begot Eber, and unto Eber were born 2 sons. The name of one was Peleg, because his days of the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan, and Joktan begot Elodad, or Almodad, and Shalep, and Hazarmavath, and Jerah, and Harad, it says Hadoram also, and Uzal, and Diklah, and Abal, and Abimel, and Shabah, and Ophir, and Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. Okay, and we can just stop it right there. Okay, and it keeps going, because it says these are the generations, the firstborn of Ishmael. Notice they mentioned the men, Nabaoth, and Kedar, and Abdil, and Missam, Mishma, and Duma, and Massa, Hadad, and Tema, Jetur, Napish, and Kadima. These are all the sons of Ishmael. And you think that all these sons that come out of these men, you think that they were just born through one woman? Hell no. These men had concubines and multiple wives. Okay, so that proves that if Esau pushes for something so hard, 9 times out of 10, it doesn't work, and it's contrary to the spirit of the Lord. Esau pushes monogamy. Okay, monogamy would never get the kingdom of heaven populated quick enough. That one woman would not be able to bear 1 million kids. It's physically impossible. So anybody that's promoting monogamy in the Western states is because they're in league with Esau, Edom. Okay, they drunk the serpent's poison. And most of our women, they are with monogamy because it fortitudes selfishness, narcissism, and ultimate control over you as a man. You see what I'm saying? That's why women love Babylon so much, because they have control over the man. All right. One more precepts, and I'm going to end it. The point is being made. Itching ears. This is the book of 2 Timothy 4. And I'm going to start at verses. Let's start at 3. It says, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust, they should heap to themselves teachers having itching ears, and they should turn away their ears from the truth and should be turned into fables. Okay, fables. This guy is teaching nothing but lies and deception. Okay, so his doctrine is totally cut. Brothers have been doing videos on him all week for the most part. You know, oh, numbers 1 and 18 don't mean that. Nigga, shut up. Go take a seat somewhere, bro. You're not a teacher. Talking about, oh, I want to give all praises to I am. Who the fuck is I am? Okay? The Most High name means he exists or he is to be. Talking about some I am. That's how you know a nigga ain't right when he start his videos off like that. The Most High can destroy you for even capping on his name like that. Okay, and it says, and they should turn away their ears from the truth and should be turned into fables, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, Make full proof of thy ministry. This is the reason why we going into the Hebrew and breaking down this confusion, man, because this is really easy. It's an easy breakdown to understand. The concept is very easy. It's common sense, but to those that wasn't given, things are complicated. So I'm gonna end it there. All praises and glory, honor that's due to Yahweh Shemi Hawashai. And with that, shalom and a baba ball.